Comment ça va? Do you know what that means? Good. Welcome to Cajun Craftastrophe. Me, I'm Tinu, and today we're gonna build a crash cycle. We're gonna modify a pre-existing bike to make it more like the master's bike, but with our own flair and flavor to it. We're gonna do some woodworking, metalworking, brazing, painting, sculpting, mold making, and we're even gonna have a special guest. We have a lot to cover on this episode, so let's get our craft on. Bon matin. That means good morning. How many OSHA rules do you think this construction crew is breaking? A lot. I'm always in a good mood when I get something from eBay. From way back in the 1970s. Stunt cycle. I had one exactly like this when I was a kid. I'm still a kid. We got issues here. Crusty rims, missing parts, but overall it looks like some kid just played rough with this thing, cause he loved it. In the 70s, they built toys like this to be like tanks. Okay, we're gonna start by straightening out the forks. Come on. Just a little more. There we go. Crappy test ramp coming up as a proof of concept. Hey Tino, what the heck is a proof of concept? A proof of concept is when you dream up some harebrained idea and want to find out if it has a snowball's chance before you embarrass yourself in front of the whole internet. Come on. Here we go. Look, Toots, just because my acting career may have taken a bit of a detour in the past couple of years doesn't mean I'd take a job as dangerous as this one. Wait, how much? Ow! Ow! Oof! Oh, my ribs. Okay. Why? Okay, I'm done. Was it worth all the pain? Of course, man, it was never about the money. It's about the craft of acting and glory. Ow. All right, let's get these rivets out. Gonna have to drill through it. They don't build them like this anymore. This is ridiculously difficult. I don't like you. Unbelievable. Okay, who's hurt? I broke the gas tank taking it off, but I'm gonna build a new one anyway. I'm gonna grind off this broken foot peg because it's sharp and unsightly. Let's go to the kitchen. Tinu, is that your dishwasher? Yes. Don't tell me you're gonna put that crusty cycle in your dishwasher. Yes. Power wash. Here we go. Ooh, it's hot. Okay. We seriously fog bombed. Technical difficulty. Look at this thing. It's clean. I'm here in my spray boot, also known as outside. Rust-Oleum black. The metal. I bought a brass rod because I want real metal handlebars. Real metal. Where's my money? Roughen up the surface. Things are about to get hot. Flux. We're gonna do some brazing. Watch out! I've been preheating the metal. Now I'm gonna add some solder to it. Yeah, my torch is crap, and I'm not very good at this. Turn off the gas, Tinu. Turn off the gas, Tinu. Now that this has cooled off, let's grind it. I can live with this. I made this metal piece for the handlebars because it's pretty clever how they attach this. See this little lip here? It stops the piece from coming out of the bike when the two halves are put together. Clever. I wanted these handlebars to sit up higher, more like the reference photo. Mean machine. I'm gonna build some handlebar grips from a popsicle stick. I'm just grinding this down to the shape of a round epoxy glue. We're gonna get this to go right into the glue. Like that. And the other side. Same thing. I'm attaching a pin with super glue and zip kicker. You'll see why in a minute. Masking tape. I got a can of a plastic dip here, which is a liquid rubber. The pin will help to not leave a drippy blob on the end. If I'm lucky. Oh boy, it's gotten too thick. Way too thick. Good chance that plastic dip is a self-leveling rubber. Let's cut off the excess. Gonna have to fill in that little hole. Boy, I'm telling you, getting a motorcycle vibe now. A little touch up. Boop. There you are. What disappointing thing are you doing now? I'm crafting, Daddy. Surprise, surprise. Of course, that's more important than cutting the grass. Even though the front yard looks like a jungle. Randy Boudreaux's grandson got lost in there the other day. It took the neighborhood watch 3 hours to find him. Poor kid was dehydrated. Came out mumbling. I'll get around to it. When? Doomsday? Maybe. Besides, Mr. Randy likes it when we have long grass because he says it makes his yard look way better than yours. He said that? Yep. So he wants to play hardball, huh? Fine. Game on, Randy. Game on. Nanette, get my lawnmower goggles and snake bite kit. Go on in. These wheels are about 45 years old and they've been discolored over time. I'm gonna try to fix that with hydrogen peroxide. Editor's note. I tried just about every product under the sun to make this plastic clear again. Lemon juice, hydrogen peroxide, baking soda, sunlight, curse words, and even hair developer. These are all good things to try, but this plastic's just too old. I can't do it. We done here. We done. Okay, everybody go. Everybody out. Just go. Go. Okay, we're going into deep water because I'm gonna try to clear cast these wheels. So let's build a two-piece mold. My chair is really creaky today. So what's happening here is that I'm using a non-sulfur based clay called plastilina to cover up half of the wheel. This will expose that half of the wheel to the silicone rubber that's going to be poured on top of it. The clay is placed where the parting line of the mold would be, where the two pieces connect. Let's square it up. What a satisfying. I'm placing some registration keys. What that does is help the mold to lock together the two pieces the same way every time. Break out the plexiglass mold box. A little bit of mold release for the undercuts. Since this tutorial is about a stunt bike and not strictly about mold making, let's watch this gooiness to music. It looks like Napoleon ice cream. What to do with this gas tank? This thing needs to look like the Master Cycle. The Master. This right here is some monster clay heating up in my crock pot. I'm gonna sculpt a new tank with this because when it gets hard, you can sand it down, then use heat to smooth it and go back and forth, back and forth. Fresh out the crock pot. Let's keep the snickering down back there. Let's trace around the old tank. Okay, watch this. Now you got the world's cheapest light table. I'm using this to make sure both sides of the tank are the same. Okay, haha, get it out. Let's be adults here. Let's get this tank roughed out. This is one of the things I love about monster clay. You can really carve it out. Tinu, what's this? Alcohol torch. It's magic the way you can heat this up to a glossy finish. See, you can sand it. So you go back and forth between this and the torch. To fill any gaps, just add some more clay. Then use the torch to blend it together. Watch what I'm telling you. Alright, let's stick it down for molding. Whoa. Ready for some silicone or Easter, one of the two. Resin for the gas tank. You want to tap it to get the air bubbles out. It helps to think of a speed metal song. Oh yeah, look at this. For the record, I'm not worried about all these bubbles in this part. Editor's note. So I made a few molds and parts, like the seat here, and they came out pretty good. The molds for my wheels came out real nice. I cut in the pour hole, and I even put some air vents. Things were looking good for Tinu. And then I poured the resin.
Craftastrophe.
Oh mon dieu, look at this. I cannot get a fully formed wheel. I don't care about all these bubbles. I just need a functioning motorcycle wheel. I can't roll with this.
That is a terrible joke.
Now, I'm lucky enough to have an insanely talented friend who works on big movies and TV shows, so I drove out to his shop. This is Carlos Savant, aka Carlos. He has sculpted things for Terminator Genesis, Twilight, NCIS New Orleans, and Maze Runner, But let me tell you something, his shop is a nightmare factory. Every time you turn around, somebody's dead. Oh, no. I do not like demon babies. I do not like.
Hey, Carlos! This guy stayed in the tanning bed too long. You got any aloe?
Carlos schooled me on a lot of things I was doing wrong. Then he showed me his G.I. Joe collection. But mostly he schooled me.
Keep your reservoir. Always give yourself an extra one. So when you pressurize this, it gives you extra plastic. So when the bubbles come out, this plastic will go into the mold. So you always want reservoirs. These are all reservoirs. Anything past the surface of this, that's extra plastic to bank on. If a bubble comes, it'll suck it instead of air going here. So you always want to anticipate trying to have plastic above the part.
So let me sum up the main things that I learned from Carlos. This is my mold for one of the wheels. Let's visualize where the air would be. See inside of all these cavities? This is where the air bubbles hide. Up on top is where I had put my old pour spout. This was where I was gonna pour the resin in. And here in green is my air vent. This is where the air and the bubbles are going to escape as the resin comes in. But Carlos showed me that the pour spout should be here, so that the resin is coming in from the bottom. See that? Shrink it down, please. Thank you. So what this means is that when the resin is injected in, it goes all the way to the bottom and then comes up and pushes the bubbles, pushes and pushes and pushes all the bubbles from your life. And hopefully it fills every little cavity with resin, and that gives you a solid casting or part, which in this case is a wheel. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all a secret. My wife, she paints, and she did this one called Devil Girl of the Bayou. And there she is, thinking about doing something wrong, I'm sure. Watch out, Mr. Squirrel, the first nut is free, but after that you're gonna have to pay. And the price is high. Trust me. Okay, that's about it for today. Devil Girl of the Bayou. Oh, I like her little yellow dress. So the gas tank needs a lip so that it fits on the frame properly. I had to carve one out with my Dremel tool here. This process was much slower in real life. We getting there. I added these wooden dowels to hold the tank together. Spray paint. Let's braze some foot pegs. We need some pizzazz to qualify as a stunt bike. Hey Tino, how you get the stripes to be the same size on both sides of the tank? With my trusty calipers, $11. Pizzazz. Easy. There we go. So I had to beat my head against the wall to figure out the best way to paint stars on the tank. I do not want to mess up the paint job I've already done. I didn't want to use transfer paper because the stars are too small. Instead, I put a little bit of rubber cement on the back of these paper stars. Like that. Then I use my Stabilo red pen to transfer. I marked down each point of the star, and then I drew a straight line connecting them. There you go. Steady. Get down. So this is what we started with. And this is what we ended up. Stunt bike. Crash cycle. Crash bike. Bike stunts. Crash bike. I said that already. Oh boy, give it up, Tinu. No. Listen to me. I'm looking for a role where, say, like the character was horribly injured, he's got hyper irritability, and sometimes forgets what he's saying or even where he is. What? Yeah, because of the head trauma. Nothing like that, huh? No. I can only type like 6 words a minute, and now I've only got one hand. All right, Lunch Tuesday. It's corn dog day. And listen, just keep this on the DL, but can you bring like a bunch of pens and sign like a bunch of different names to my cast? I don't really have any friends. Hello? On the next episode, we're gonna make a rider for our bike.